Hi, you're watching Patadendron, and in today's video, I'm transitioning my Ecuagenera imports from sphagnum moss to soil. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Patrick, and I'm a houseplant enthusiast, and I love tropical houseplants, cacti and succulents, carnivorous plants, and if you want to see how I slowly build the botanical garden of my dreams in my very own home and backyard, then I suggest you consider hitting subscribe. In today's video, I just needed to introduce these guys to soil, and I wanted to show you how I do it. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Here we are at my Mars Hydro Grow tent, and as you can see, my plants really love it. Therefore, I really love it. It's been such a game changer, and it's increased my confidence as far as importing plants, and I want to import more plants because there's just so many cool plants out there. But if you're interested in purchasing a grow tent for yourself, I highly recommend this Mars Hydro Grow tent. I will include the link to the Mars Hydro website and use my discount code Patadendron. So we have my Anthurium forgetii white stripes, the Philodendron fibrosum type, and my Philodendron plowmanii. I feel like these are ready. I keep getting roots coming through the bottom. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is plenty of roots. I'm not surprised because the Anthurium forgetii white stripes shipped beautifully. When I picked it up from the Ecuagenera event on June 5th, the Anthurium forgetii was unscathed. It was just fine. And as soon as I potted them up in this sphagnum moss, it kind of just started putting out new leaves. I was really shocked. Pleasantly surprised. So if you were wondering how the Anthurium forgetii ships, well, this is a hybrid, so it might be a little bit more robust. Ooh. See, I hate removing the sphagnum moss because I don't want to damage the root system. But I can see why the forgetii shipped just fine, because it has those thick roots, those noodle-like roots, rather than thinner roots that don't tend to fare well when you go through like international shipping, especially because they tend to, well, they have to clean the plant, make sure there are no pests, and treat the roots, make sure the roots are super bare, and they go through so much just to get the phytosanitary, you know. These thicker roots are everything. I got most of the moss off, and I only took off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little baby roots. I always feel so bad when that happens, and that's one of the things that makes me so nervous about sphagnum moss, is taking it off, because it tends to like grab onto the roots and they get all tangled, and I want to get them all off because mixing it in the soil will be way too much moisture retention I'm just trying to get more sphagnum moss off these little noodles. And I'm gonna pot it in this pot because it's a fast grower. I'm gonna get those aerial roots in there. Did it again. The roots are a little brittle. Well, here it is. I put it straight into my soil mixture with my potting mix and pumice and orchid bark. So it's very well draining. That's why I put it in this nice big pot. Like, just judging how fast the roots grew. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Judging how the roots grew on in the sphagnum moss, I feel like it'll grow really fast because I'm gonna keep it in my grow tent and I'm going to top water it because that helps the soil settle around the roots. In this water, I have Super Thrive and Stroke My Leaves. So that will encourage the roots to grow even more. And I'm doing this in the big pot so I don't have to repot it for a while. And it's okay to do that. Just make sure that your soil is really well draining and then it'll be like it's just like in the ground. So I'm just letting it drip into this cash po. Okay, for these plants, the Plowmanii and Fibrosum type, I am going to do something that's a little more simple. So I'm just going to do a bottom layer of soil, and then I'm going to water it. Just so that there's already some good moisture in there. Before I plop the Plowmanii in, just like that. Cool. And from here on, I'm just going to keep checking on the roots. And, you know, once they're down here and coming out again, then I know it's ready for a bigger pot. And, you know, hopefully this sphagnum moss would have degraded and stuff by then too. So it wouldn't be as much work getting it off the roots. Oh. One important thing to note though is if you do it this way, you have to bottom water it, because pouring the water through the top with the sphagnum moss on there will just make it too wet, and you don't want to rot the stem or any of the roots or anything. So just bottom water it. Like, you know, I know when I'm done bottom watering is when I can feel like the moisture on the top of the, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing with Mr. Grinch, my Fibrosum type. See, the roots aren't as abundant. So yeah, there's all the roots right there, all 5 of them. And I didn't even break any off. This chunk kind of just fell off because there are no roots attaching to it. But it's okay, that gives me a chance to aerate it. It's always fun to play with dirt. Just get lost. Then I'll just pack this sphagnum moss in, and instead of the roots coming out of the pot, the roots are now just gonna be digging into the soil, which is a good thing. All right, voila, there they are. So these don't look that different, just a little bit higher up the pot. They look a little more like legit plants. I'm loving this Plowmanii. Here's a new leaf coming out. Oh yeah, new fibrosum type leaf right there. So cute. The Grand Dame. She is a G, because she has been great. So I'm sure she'll do just fine in her new home. But yeah, that is it. And I'll keep you updated when I see the roots, or you know, I'll show you. This is not going to be the last time that you see these plants. Oh, and I am going to link Stroke My Leaves profile on my description below, so you can check out her Instagram, and you can also purchase her liquid gold from the link on her Instagram. That's what I used for watering my plants today. I'm also going to put the link for my soil mix video down in the description, so you can check that out, because that is very well draining, great for aroids. It's what I used today, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so confident when I, you know, pot my plants up into bigger pots, because it really is well draining and it doesn't, you know, compact and become hydrophobic. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please throw me a bone and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my plant videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So then I can look forward to seeing you in the next video. I just don't want to miss you too much, so if you could show me some love in the comments, then I'll meet you there. Bye!